Welcome. Sorry you're here to learn how to build muscle as quickly as possible, and I've got the answers you need. In fact, I have 10 tips to share with you. Now, you may have seen other videos that promise to teach you how to build muscle fast, but unfortunately, many of them mislead you with talk of magic supplements, secret formulas, or special diets, all of which ultimately fail. There are only two proven ways to build a significant amount of muscle quickly. First, by following a properly structured, scientifically backed training and diet plan, and second, by using large amounts of potentially dangerous anabolic steroids. Since this isn't a video about steroids, let's focus on how to train effectively for maximum size in the shortest time. First, you'll want to train 6 times a week. Training 6 days a week allows you to push your body harder and stimulate more muscle growth compared to training 4 or 5 times a week. Some might argue that they see good results with just 4 days a week, and that's great, but you'd likely see even better gains with 6 days of training. Most serious bodybuilders train 5 to 6 days a week, with some even doing double sessions, training 9 or 10 times a week. Training multiple times per week is crucial if you want to achieve the fastest muscle growth. Remember, this isn't about just growing muscle. It's about growing the most muscle possible, which means you'll be doing a lot of training. Next, each muscle group should be trained 2 to 4 times per week. For instance, if you're working on your biceps, shoulders, triceps, forearms, or calves, you might train them 3 or 4 times a week, either in separate workouts or combined with other muscle groups. Muscles that take longer to recover, like your hamstrings, quads, glutes, chest, or back, might be trained 2 or 3 times a week. Anytime a muscle is no longer sore or fatigued, it's time to train it again, adjusting your program as needed. If you think training 6 days a week means just hitting legs once, back once, chest once, and shoulders once, you're mistaken. This kind of multiple times a week training involves a lot of work. When you're actually training, every set should be intense, leaving at least 3 reps in the tank. When the weight starts to slow down and push back against you, you're hitting the right intensity. If I see you finish a set and it looks easy, that's not a work set, that's a warm-up. You should aim to have at least 3 reps left in reserve, and sometimes go all the way to failure or beyond. While you don't need to reach failure on every set to maximize growth, the bar should slow down noticeably at the end of each set. This ensures you're working hard enough, typically completing 4 to 10 sets per muscle group per workout. For example, if you do 6 sets of biceps on Monday, another 6 on Wednesday, and another 6 on Friday, you'll give your muscles plenty of time to recover while still getting a lot of work in. This kind of volume is what leads to the fastest growth. Each week when you step into the gym, aim to add a little more weight to each exercise while maintaining the same number of reps, or add a few more reps to each set with the same weight. If you start squatting for sets of 10, aim for 11 the next time, then 12, and so on, until you eventually need to deload and recover. Similarly, if you start squatting with 100 pounds, try to increase it to 102.5 pounds, then 105 pounds, and so on. Progression is key to maximizing your gains. It's not just about training hard, it's about training hard progressively, with excellent technique. When you reach a point where you can no longer add reps or weight, and your performance starts to decline due to fatigue after 4 to 8 weeks of consistent training, likely closer to 4 weeks if you're training hard 6 days a week, it's time to take a deload week. During this week, either take a complete break from training or do 2 light workouts with just a few sets far from failure. Use this time to recover, eat well, sleep plenty, and mentally prepare for another intense month of training. Consistently training at the level I'm describing without taking deload weeks every 4-8 weeks isn't sustainable. On the nutrition side, make sure you're consuming about 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight each day. For instance, if you weigh 150 pounds, aim for 150 grams of protein daily. You can eat more than this if you like, but there's no additional benefit, while eating less than this might hinder your progress. Adequate protein intake is crucial. Spread your protein and overall food intake across 4 to 5 evenly spaced meals throughout the day. This means starting with breakfast within 30 minutes of waking up. Don't skip it or intermittent fast. Eating consistent, evenly distributed meals throughout the day is important for maximizing muscle growth. For example, if you need 160 grams of protein per day and have 4 meals, aim for about 40 grams of protein per meal. Your daily routine might include breakfast, lunch, a post-training meal, dinner, and a nighttime snack. If you want to get big, eating 1 or 2 meals a day won't cut it. Consistency is key. You'll also need to eat at a calorie surplus. Building muscle requires adding size, and that means consuming more calories than you burn. Eating 1,000 calories more than you burn daily will make you gain fat quickly, while only eating 100 calories more might not show noticeable gains. Aiming for an extra 250 to 500 calories a day, resulting in roughly half a pound to a pound of weight gain per week, is ideal for adding muscle without excessive fat gain. If you don't eat at a surplus, you won't get as big as you could. Getting enough sleep each night is also critical. Many people do everything else right but neglect sleep, and it severely limits their progress. Sleep is when much of your muscle growth and deep recovery happens, allowing you to train hard and benefit from your nutrition. If you're chronically underslept, even for a few nights, more of the food you eat will turn to fat rather than muscle. Sleep is vital, even if it doesn't seem exciting. The amount of sleep you need varies from person to person, but typically it's around 8 hours a night. Ensure you're getting enough rest to stay well recovered. Lastly, none of these tips will work without consistency. If you're only following some of these strategies some of the time, you won't see the maximum results. Consistency is king. By applying these techniques consistently, day in, day out, week after week, you'll experience substantial muscle growth. After 3 to 4 months of sticking to this kind of program, you'll be significantly bigger because you've utilized every proven method to maximize size. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.